Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, Brain Waves. We're back at it again. This time, I'm going to give you my assessment and the update as far as what's going on with your girl, Madonna, the one and only Madonna. Many of you are aware that she has been hospitalized, and I want to take time and explain to you all what's truly going on because there's a lot of information that's floating around out there, and you've had several of the content creators actually report the news and the story. But I'm actually going to sit here and take the time to break down what's going on. A few other people I know have given their explanations as far as what's going on with Madonna, but I want to give you all my insight, what I see, what I believe, what I think, and I want to also show you all some receipts and some evidence that the powers that be or the media or someone is not giving us accurate information. I'll at least put it like that. Whether we as the general public are being thrown off the trail or the actual news and media outlets are being thrown off the trail, etc., etc., etc. There's some combination, and I'm going to tell you all what's going on because this sounds very, very, very similar, eerily similar to what's been going on with Jamie Foxx. And there's a lot of other people out here that have had circumstances coming up. I have to also talk to you all about Coco Lee. Like, no one has covered the Coco Lee story, but I'm going to cover that. You know, Coco Lee is no longer with us. So I have a lot of work to do. For those of you that are new to my channel, if you could kindly subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. Hit that notification bell. Make sure that all is selected. If you are a current subscriber and you're not receiving notifications, you can thank YouTube shadow banning for that. And this is why you all do not get notifications, nor does my channel get the viewership and the growth that it used to get, because they don't want this truth to get out. All right. So you may have to unsubscribe, immediately resubscribe, and hit that notification bell. And you may even have to do this more than one time just to make sure you get notifications. But try to do that, and hopefully it works for you. Also, if you like the work that I do, you can support it by joining the membership. You can also support by sending any donations. I don't care if it's $1, $2, $5, $10 through Cash App. It's on the screen in the bottom left. You can also do it through PayPal. It's on the screen on the bottom right. I also have Venmo. It's in the description box on every single show and video that I have up, including the About tab. You can also support by booking your life coaching appointment. I guide people in love, in career, in business, in money, in spiritual. I don't care what you do. If you're an entrepreneur, I don't care if you're employed. I don't care if you want to know what's going on in your family member's mind, friends, what's going on, certain situations you need guidance with. I do all of that and a bag of chips. As corny as that sounds. So follow the instructions in the description box or go to brainwaves.com. With that being said, let's get down to business here about Madonna. So what we're currently looking at right now is Madonna's social media. This is her Instagram page since I have it pulled up. So I'm going to start here. And what we see is absolutely nothing. Now, when you come down to her page, we come over here, and this was the last post that she has up, or quote unquote, this is what they're pushing that she put up. All right. It says, "Thank you for your positive energy, prayers, and words of healing and encouragement. I have felt your love. I'm on the road to recovery and incredibly grateful for all the blessings in my life. My first thought when I woke up in the hospital was my children. My second thought was that I did not want to disappoint anyone who bought tickets for my tour. I also didn't want to let down the people who worked tirelessly with me over the last few months to create my show. I hate to disappoint anyone. My focus now is my health and getting stronger, and I assure you I'll be back with you as soon as I can. The current plan is to reschedule the North American leg of the tour and to begin in October in Europe. I couldn't be more grateful for your care and your support. Love, M." Now, this was basically put out yesterday, right? Okay. There's another post. You can see this picture, and this is what's floating around on social media. So I want to show you all what's floating around. Now, a couple of people I know this Queen Diane 222. I know who this is. I know a lot of these people out here, but I want to see if we see anything here from any celebrities, because it's very interesting to see what they may say. So many. I hate how you have to scroll here on Instagram. Right now it does not look like there are really any celebrities that I know of. There's a couple of blue checks here. I don't think we're going to get any information from there. So nonetheless, this was put out on her social media yesterday, apparently, right? So what I want to show you is some inconsistencies in the story. So we're going to go to some video content here. And again, if you're coming in the building, make sure you get the likes up. Real quick, let me get a quick shout out to Favorite. What's going on? I see you. What's up, Mona Lee? I see you. What's going on, Eternal Fitness? I see you, Maryland Edwards. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Delta Roots? Delta Roots in the building. Shout out to all my members. So what I want to do is go ahead and show you some video footage, as I was previously mentioning before the shout outs. And I'm going to show you how there's inconsistencies in the story and how this is proof that they are not telling us the truth. So again, as I said, either they're confusing the media, they're telling, and I'm going to tell you what it is. They're not confusing the media. The news and media outlets know what it is, but they tell them to report whatever news that they're told to report, whether it's the truth or not the truth. So what I want to first break down is what would normally take place supposedly with Madonna's situation. And this is from like a health perspective. So we're going to take a look at this.
Big news tonight in the medical world about the Material Girl herself, Madonna, one of the greatest pop stars ever. She has postponed her celebration tour because what her manager calls a serious bacterial infection. 64-year-old spending several days in intensive care after becoming ill on Saturday. Among the dates postponed was a stop here in LA at the Crypto.com Arena at the end of September and 2 nights in the Forum in January of next year.
Okay, now, I don't know if y'all caught that, but did y'all hear that they said there's also 2 dates in January of next year, right? Yeah, if you come over here to Madonna's social media here, you will see that she said the current plan is to reschedule not only the North American leg of the tour and to begin in October in Europe. Yet we have 2 dates already as of January that is being rescheduled. And so, see, you're already seeing these same inconsistencies. They did this with Jamie Foxx. They were saying, oh, Jamie's fine, he's out of the hospital. Or at least that's what they had his daughter, or whoever had access to Corinne Fox's account, say, oh, he's out, he's playing pickleball, he's just fine. The media is running crazy. You know, they always like to say that people like myself and other content creators, as well as you all, are the crazy ones. They're the ones that's crazy because they're crazy if they think that we actually believe the narratives that they feed us. But unfortunately, the sheeple are not awake and they're still asleep, so they believe anything that runs across their ears and their eyes and etc. All right, go back to the video.
Fox 11's medical and 2 nights in the Forum in January of next year. At the Crypto.com Arena at the end of September and 2 nights in the Forum in January of next year. Fox 11's medical contributor, Dr. Michael Daigneault, here live with an update on this breaking story.
So this doctor's about to explain what would take place if she really does have this quote-unquote serious bacterial infection. Let's listen.
What is a serious bacterial infection, Dr. D?
Yeah, so good evening. So, I mean, there's very little that we know from Madonna's camp tonight, but one of the things that they mentioned specifically was the bacterial infection. So as an ER doctor, when I hear bacterial infection, I'm thinking urinary tract infection or pneumonia. But when they label it as a serious bacterial infection,
Wait a minute. Did he just reveal something? Because I didn't catch this the first time. So there is a term, fraudulent slip, right? It's a term where someone says something that they didn't intend to say, but it's the truth. Okay. Um, let me show you this. Okay, it's linked to the unconscious mind. It's like something is there. It's called the slip of the tongue, but it generally lays. Let me put this on the screen real quick just so that y'all can see what this is and see what time it is, and then we'll get back to what I was showing you, because you all need to see this. And I think I just caught on something else that I wasn't planning on talking about, but yet another clue was just revealed, right? So in psychoanalysis, a Freudian slip, okay, also called parapraxis, is an error in speech, memory, or physical action that occurs due to the interference of an unconscious subdued wish or an internal train of thought. Okay, they said classical examples involve slips of the tongue. Okay, but psychoanalytic theory also embraces misreadings, mishearings, mistypings, temporary forgettings, and the mislaying and losing of objects. So what I'm trying to show you all is that Sigmund Freud came up with this term. Okay, that's why it's named after him, Freudian slip. And this doctor, I believe, just had a Freudian slip where he said serial infection instead of serious infection. Okay, let's run it back and let's take a listen to what he just said. And it's like he corrected himself, like, oops, I wasn't supposed to say that. But him as a doctor, he knows what's really going on. Okay, so I already uncovered something else that I wasn't even planning on talking about. Let's go.
I'm thinking urinary tract infection or pneumonia, but when they label it as a serious bacterial infection, we worry pneumonia. But when they label it as a serious bacterial infection, we tract infection or pneumonia. But when they label it as a serious bacterial infection, we worry more about sepsis, which means when that bacterial infection gets into the blood. And the other thing, they specifically mentioned bacterial, which communicates to me that they're trying to tell us this wasn't a viral infection. Probably not COVID, probably not the flu, but serious bacterial infection, sepsis. It explains why she spent some days in the ICU.
Well, and let's talk about that. What does the fact that she was in the ICU tell us?
So when you have sepsis, that means that local bacterial infection, the pneumonia, the urinary tract infection travels to the blood, and that could cause alterations in blood pressure and heart rate, and that would require more intensive medications like vasopressors, for example, which artificially raise the blood pressure of septic patients. So she required much more hands-on care.
And let's talk about the recovery process, because they're already postponing stuff that's supposed to happen in January of next year.
Did y'all hear that? Why are they postponing things that were supposed to happen in January? If she's on the road to recovery, everything's fine. Why are they already postponing stuff in January? Yet on her Instagram, she's talking about, oh, the tour and the rumors and the words is saying the tour is going to be out starting again in October. So basically 3 months from now, roughly, right? Why are they postponing stuff in January if she's good enough to be out?
More hands-on care.
And let's talk about the recovery process, because they're already postponing stuff that's supposed to happen in January of next year. What kind of road is she looking at?
You know, it's really interesting. Like we said, we don't know a lot. The fact that she already got downgraded out of the ICU to a regular floor bed is a good sign, but it's really hard to say unless we know exactly where the bacterial infection was.
Yeah, but clearly it's going to be some time if they're already saying we're not going to be back up by January. Right. We wish her well tonight. It's good to see you. Thanks.
Okay, so first of all, y'all got to think about this and make sure you get the likes up when you come through. I appreciate that. It at least will help the algorithms for whatever it's worth to combat the YouTube shadow banning mess that they like to pull on my channel. You know what I'm saying? Because this makes absolutely no sense that no one sees what I'm putting out. This makes no sense right now with this particular subject. And I say this repeatedly, and I'm going to say it again. I should have hundreds, if not 1,000+ people in here, even if they're just coming here to criticize what I have to say. Even if they're just in here talking about brainwaves, you don't know what you're talking about, you're wrong, yada, yada, yada. I still should have those people seeing this. Can somebody explain why nobody's seeing this? But yeah, any other content creator or the similar content creators that talk about the truth in these scenarios will cover these stories, and everybody will see what they put out. Somebody make it make sense. So in any case, this was the first video that I wanted to show you all to kind of explain from a medical perspective about what's going on. All right. Now I'm going to show you another video because I'm going to put some things together and I'm going to show you how it's a bunch of lies. Okay. It's a bunch of lies. So the next video is her, it kind of elaborates on her speaking out, quote unquote, after her hospitalization. All right, let's just take a watch and listen because I'm gonna put all this together. All right, let's go ahead and watch this.
And we are back with our GMA cover story. We're hearing from Madonna for the first time since the health scare that landed in the hospital. Marco Morgan has the latest on that. Good morning to Marco.
Good morning to you, George. It was just back in January that Madonna announced her much anticipated tour, and now she's on the road to recovery this morning and letting her fans know firsthand just how she's doing and her plans for getting back on stage. This morning, Queen of Pop Madonna speaking out for the first time after a recent health scare landed the Material Girl in the hospital with a serious bacterial infection. Madonna taking to social media to speak directly to her fans about her health.
And this is what I just showed you all. If you look on the screen and you look to the left side, you will see there's like a black box with white text. That's what I just read to you all on her social media, which you can actually take a look and see it right here. Okay, so back to this video.
Saying thank you for your positive energy, prayers, and words of healing and encouragement. Adding, I'm on the road to recovery and incredibly grateful for all the blessings in my life.
So let me explain something to you. Madonna here, if this is in fact her actually typing this, she's speaking in code right now because she says she's on the road to recovery, meaning her health condition is not well, okay? You'll have to understand how to read it between the lines. She says she's on the road to recovery. That means she's not doing well. That means it's going to take a while. This sounds very similar to what happened with Jamie Foxx. She also says she's grateful for all the blessings in her life. That sounds like someone that's reflecting on their life as if their life is going to come to an end. Okay, that's generally what happens when you have a lot of downtime. When people have downtime in a medical environment, I don't care if they're at home or they're thinking about what's going on, they generally will reflect on the good times. It's generally the good times in their life. And so this speech is already elaborating at that, if this is in fact actually from Madonna. Let's go.
But this is a far cry from where she was weeks ago. Her manager then revealing that she was in the ICU for several days starting June 24th. She was reportedly intubated, weak, and dealing with persistent fever symptoms.
Okay, look at what's going on. She was intubated, weak, and dealing with persistent fever symptoms. Like she basically, these are signs and examples of someone that is borderline about to check out from a medical point. And I believe she checked out because I'm going to show you something that she did. I'm going to tie some things together in just a second, but I want to go ahead and get through this part of it before I start showing you all the other bits and pieces, because I just want to report the news and what you all see out there. All right, let's go.
Fever systems. The mother of 6 sharing, my first thought when I woke up in the hospital was my children. My second thought was that I did not want to disappoint anyone who bought tickets for my tour.
Now, I find it very interesting that her second thoughts was not disappointing people who bought tickets. Like, that's such an extreme. You jump from your kids to the people who bought tickets. You don't just say fans. You literally say, I don't want to disappoint the people who bought tickets. And I understand that, but that's just a strange range of jumping from one thing to the next. And I'm just trying to bring light to this so that you all can pay attention to this and to think about it. All right, let's continue.
This news coming just days before what would have been the start of her highly anticipated celebration tour that would take her fans on a journey of her 4-decade-long catalog.
Welcome to the party.
But the megastar posting plans to reschedule the North American leg of the tour for now and to begin in October in Europe.
Now, I find it ironic that the plans here say to begin in October, right, in Europe, but then you're canceling European shows in January. So there's already misinformation as it is, right? Let's just
We're in
continue.
Europe. Madonna writing, my focus now is my health and getting stronger. And I assure you, I'll be back with you as soon as I can.
Now, this message about I assure you I will be back, this was the same thing they were saying about Jamie Foxx. It was like all the celebrities that were being interviewed was like, oh yeah, I can guarantee you he'll be back. AJ Benza, the news reporter who claimed that he had the jab. All right, that was the reason that it caused him to stroke out and et cetera, right? He was like, oh yeah, he's gonna be back. Everyone is so confident that they're gonna be back. Why would they say that? How could you confidently say that a person's going to be back if you do not know what's going on with a person medically? How could you make those claims if you, quote unquote, like in the AJ Benza, he said he doesn't have access to Jamie Foxx himself and know what's going on medically? I'm going to say the same thing with Madonna, right? How can you just make these claims and you're not even sure? So let's just go ahead and continue, because I haven't even scratched the surface really of what I want to get into. I'm just giving y'all a backdrop so that when I get into it, it makes sense.
Now, Madonna says she is thankful to her fans, saying she's felt their love, care, and support. Now, as for the tour, fans are being encouraged to hold on to their tickets, as they will be valid for the new dates once they are announced.
Crazy. Okay, so that's kind of the update as far as what's going on with the tour and all of that scenarios. So now I want to get into some deeper things here, okay? Because just like Jamie Foxx, and I've been telling you all, this is a clone, right? As a matter of fact, there's something that I wanted to, let me run back to something real quick. I want to show y'all something, because none of this mess is adding up. Let's see if I can find this one part. I'm going to put something on the screen, and I want y'all to remember it, and I'm going to come back to something. Just a second. Because I just caught something else. I'm going to see. I might save that right there. Let's see if there's one or two things. Honestly, this Madonna coming back, assuring us about the concert and all the stuff going on, this is simply just her being cloned. And that's what happens. They always, okay, here we go. I want to save this right here. We're going to take a look at this. So I want y'all to pay attention to the picture of Madonna on the screen. All right. Just pay attention to it. I want y'all to pay close attention to it. I'm going to leave it up just for a couple of seconds so that y'all can remember this picture. All right, so it's up long enough. Now, what I want to get into is, Mona Lee is right. This is what happened. She says, I believe they're taking the clone back to be adjusted. That's my opinion. I'm going to show you what's going on. See, what's happening with this day and age, because of the rise of AI technology and the rise of cloning and Chat GPT and all these things. And for those of you that don't know, I have talked about cloning. Okay. If you take a look here, let me put this on the screen real quick. If you take a look at what's on the screen here, you'll see that I have a video, right? And it's called Clones. So it is in this video that you can clearly see that they have this technology. All right. And Elon Musk explains it in the beginning. And there's a lot of evidence that I provided. And still to this day, I don't think there's another content creator that has shown this much evidence about it. But it's a video that I've been had out about celebrity clones are real. Here's the proof. And I showed you how a lot of you suspect this person looks different. They come back. That's because they are different. They are a clone. They're going to look similar. They're going to sound similar, but it's not actually them. That's what they did with Damar Hamlin and all these people, right? But they want you to believe it's the real, actual person, because they don't want you to believe that this is actually possible or that we don't have the technology. Yet in this particular video here, I showed all of that, okay? So I want to put some things together now that we've seen the backdrop and you saw that picture of Madonna. And I want to start putting some things together that just don't make any sense, okay? And you tell me what's really going on. Okay. So first, I'm going to take a look at this. All right, I'm gonna play this video real
After
quick.
being intubated in intensive care for a mystery infection, Madonna's been discharged from the hospital and is back at her New York City home. She was taken there in an ambulance.
Now, it's funny. She was discharged from a New York hospital, but was taken to her house in an ambulance. Isn't that crazy? Now, y'all have to understand. If she was discharged from the hospital, but she was taken to her home in an ambulance, that obviously means that she was not in a good enough health condition to truly be out. Like, if an ambulance has to transport you away from the hospital, then you're not good enough to actually leave, right? You may receive medical care there. I mean, obviously, Madonna's got a mansion and, well, mansions and access to things, et cetera, et cetera. So she could essentially have a lot of the services that would take place in a hospital setting available in her home. But she didn't just go home in a car, just didn't go home in an SUV. She literally was not well enough to go home on her own, and she had to be transported in an ambulance. But yet, the news and media have you to believe that she's been walking around in New York City. And I'm going to show you all these pictures and stuff. So go back and listen to this.
Madonna's been discharged from the hospital and is back at her New York City home. She was taken there in an ambulance. City home. She was taken there in an ambulance. City home. She was taken there in an ambulance.
Manager Guy Osiri calls it a serious bacterial infection. He wrote, quote, "Her health is improving. However, she is still under medical care. A full recovery is expected."
CNN are reporting that she's home.
Now, I want you to listen to this gentleman here. Listen to this guy speak. Okay, listen to what he's saying now. Pay attention.
My sources are telling me she's still in the hospital. The New York Post is saying she's still in the hospital. But what we do know is on Saturday, Madonna was found.
And for some reason, my stream is just acting up for no reason, right? For some reason, it's just acting up for no reason. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why. I've got no issues or nothing, but let's see.
No, is on Saturday, Madonna was found unresponsive. But what we do know is on Saturday, Madonna was found unresponsive.
A full recovery is expected.
CNN are reporting that she's home. My sources are telling me she's still in the hospital. The New York Post is saying she's still in the hospital. But what we do know is on Saturday, Madonna was found unresponsive.
Okay, so I don't know if y'all noticed that this guy essentially, he was saying that his sources says that Madonna's still in the hospital. And I believe he said New York Times sources also said she was still in the hospital, but yet they was reporting that she was at home. Okay, and let me explain something to you. If she was transported home in an ambulance, how do we know that it was actually her in there? Nobody could see her, no one could get a good look, etc., etc., etc. This is just what we're being told. It's a whole bunch of stuff going on here, man. It's a whole bunch of stuff. Whole lot of stuff, right? Whole lot of stuff going on, and they just don't want y'all to know. They just don't want y'all to know the truth. So we're starting to see more and more inconsistencies. Now, I want you to pay attention to the background here. Notice how the stage is a lot of red lighting. She's wearing black and red. And as a matter of fact, look at the stage right here. Notice how this stage is set up, right? You see the circular stage with the red lights. Now, I want to show you something that took place in the past. Okay. And Madonna, essentially, her time was up. And I'm going to explain why her time was up. Besides the fact that when people go into the industry, they do deals and they do rituals and they sacrifice other people for the extension of their careers and a whole lot of stuff that was going on, right? Whole lot of things that was going on. It's a whole lot of stuff that takes place and you all are aware of it, but her time was up. Okay, and I'm going to show you what happened in just a second and why her time was up. So let me see if I can do this here. All right, so right here, I'm going to put this on the screen. Many of you do not remember, but this was back from the Grammys, right? And this was the whole Sam Smith and Kim Petras Unholy song, right? So Madonna was talking here, and I'm just going to play it in the beginning. She passed the torch to Sam Smith and Kim Petras, meaning her time here is no longer needed. And this is why she was there in this same circle stage platform, same color. She's wearing black and white. She knew what time it was. Her usefulness got passed on to them. Because many of you are aware of the LGBTQIA, et cetera, community agenda that's going on. And if you're not aware, you can check many of my videos that I have out that will make you aware. Okay, they have this agenda. That's what's in right now. And that's where they're trying to go for multiple reasons, right? You got population control. You know, they just want to turn everyone out, play their game, be a part of their will, etc. It's the coolest thing now. It's the trending thing. So watch how it looks like she's just announcing them, but what she's doing is actually passing the torch. Watch.
Sam Smith and Kim Petras, give it up!
Now, I know many of y'all think that, like, okay, what are you trying to show, Brainwaves? Her time is up.
Sam Smith and Kim Petras.
This is why in the background you see there's like 3 phases or 3 eras of Madonna behind her in this picture, right? And then she's the 4th phase, standing in the middle of the circle of the platform. Which y'all don't have to understand, it's like 4 phases. That's like a completion. You know, it's like first base, second base, third base, home base. Or like we have the seasons. Spring, summer, winter, fall. You know, we have a completion. Or we have like 4 quarters in a game. You know, 4 quadrants. This is a completion, right? So her time was completed a long time ago. Or I won't say a long time ago, but with this Unholy song. And this is the type of stuff that I was aware of. And you see the same red colors and you see all of that. Now, I'm not going to play it because I got dinged for it. But, you know, you see the same circle stage and Madonna had to announce them, and then they did the ritual to pass on things. There was a lot of stuff behind this going on. So this is one reason why her time was up, right? Why all of a sudden she, quote unquote, suddenly became ill, because she passed the torch to them. And this is what happens. A lot of people don't understand when these movies are being filmed, when these shows and these songs and all of these things that take place come out, someone has to be sacrificed for it. That's what happened with the Elvis Presley movie. All of a sudden, Lisa Marie Presley, and then we had the guy that played Elvis. All of a sudden, they blow up. And this is what happened with DC Young Fly. He sacrificed his quote-unquote baby mama, Miss Jackie O. And then all of a sudden, since she been gone, now all of a sudden, his show is big on Netflix, 85 South, and he got an opportunity for stand-up comedy. And this is what happens. The same thing happened with Takeoff. Takeoff had to get sacrificed. And then all of a sudden, you see the pickup with Quavo, and then Quavo's blowing up, and he out here doing, move, praise this. He's seen with Chloe Bailey, and he making moves, and then even the beef between him and Offset all of a sudden got made up. You see what I'm saying? They had all this beef, and they was fighting, and all of a sudden that got made up. And then both of them end up coming up. And then all of a sudden you forget about the person that's no longer here. So Madonna, her time got passed on. And this is why they showed this time log in the background. Like, why would they show this picture here of these images? We know who Madonna is. They're showing like 3 different eras of Madonna and her singing and her albums. These aren't just random pictures of Madonna. These are literally showing 3 different phases and all of that. It's like transitions. You see the first one, right? Let's look at this real quick, and I'm going to switch gears. So look at this first one behind her. If you look in the top left, she's got the white and black on, right? This is kind of like the beginning. She's starting out. It's like, Madonna. Then in the middle, she kind of has like the lilac or the purple, whatever outfit on with the different hair. This is the transformation. This is when Madonna was transforming, right? Then the last picture here on the right, she also has black and white on, and she has a patch over her eye. Now she has transformed, because the first picture she has short hair, the second picture she has long hair, and in the third picture she has a combination of said hair, you could say even said outfit styles, right? Then we look at Madonna here in the circle right in the middle. And then I showed you the circle where all of this was going on, this satanic circle that was a ritual that was going on, etc., etc. I'm not going to play it because I got dinged for it before like crazy, and I do have this actual whole unholy video breakdown still up, but I had to cut so much out of it, it was absolutely ridiculous. So I'm not going to play that, but I just wanted to make that connection. As soon as this unholy song was released and the Grammys was won and the rituals was done, she passed on, quote unquote, her demonic spirit, her usefulness onto Sam Smith and Kim Petras. So now they carry Madonna's torch, and Madonna's essentially her usefulness has pretty much expired. And so the only reason now why they are, quote unquote, talking about the tour is because they have the ability to clone, and they perfected cloning and AI technology, and they can make you think that it's actually the person. They've already done concerts. They've done concerts with Tupac. Y'all remember the concerts with Tupac? And they did like the holograms and stuff, but it looked realistic. And that was just with holographics. Now use AI technology, and you can have a robot up there, or literally have a human up there that looks like the person. So I want to switch gears. I want to show you something that just makes absolutely no sense. I want to show you another conflicting part of the stories and the narratives. Okay? It's just none of this story makes any sense. And it sounds just like Jamie Foxx. They told us the same thing. Oh, Jamie Foxx will be out in May. He'll have his shows out. And we haven't seen a thing. Right? So, apparently, there is a video that I'm going to show you right now where Madonna has been spotted, right? She's quote unquote been spotted in New York. But yet I showed you the footage earlier where she quote unquote was taken by ambulance to her home. And the timing of all of this is all around the same time. It just doesn't make sense that all of a sudden she's seen out of the hospital, right? Okay, so let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at all of this. This is crazy, man.
Guess who we saw out and about today looking great?
Look at that. That's supposedly supposed to be Madonna. Now look, I'm gonna leave this freeze frame right here. This is supposedly Madonna that's been spotted out. This is supposedly her. Do y'all think that this is her? Or do y'all think that this is a look-alike or a clone or someone that looks like Madonna? Let me know what you think in the chat, because I'm about to show you something. I'm about to show y'all something. Because this is all crazy, man. This stuff just doesn't make any sense. Y'all let me know in the chat if y'all think that this is actually Madonna. If y'all really think this is her. I'll be very curious to see what y'all have to say. I'll be very curious to see what y'all have to say. Be very curious to see what you have to say. Just curious. I'm going to take a look and real quick and get to the chat. TT Baby says that's not her. Favor says Lord have mercy. This is the, and I'm gonna show you where I got this information from, by the way. This is supposedly what social media and what the news and media outlets are putting out. Let's look. Let me just see if it shows another angle. Yeah, and TT Baby is right. TT Baby says it's always the dark shades, just like Jamie Foxx, right? When Jamie Foxx came out, you can't see his eyes. You don't actually get to talk to him. And as a matter of fact, if Madonna was out for a walk, where's the paparazzi? Where's everybody interviewing her, right? Where's everybody speaking out on this? And see, look, your girl right there. Or I just call it your girl throwing up the Illuminati symbol. Let me see if I can pause it clear. Right there. I'm trying to catch it when it's clear. But y'all see what I'm saying? Look, she throwing up the Illuminati symbol. She throwing up the 666. Y'all see it? There we go. Crystal clear on the screen. She throwing up the 666. This means she was told to do this. This means that this was playing into a scheme. Madonna reportedly supposed to be this sick, but yet she out walking about in New York City, as busy as New York City is. All of a sudden she taken home. Nobody got pictures of the ambulance coming to her house. Nobody got pictures of the ambulance coming to her house, right? As big of a star as Madonna is, you mean to tell me there's no person got any video footage, nothing's on social media of her being seen taken to her house? Man, people be all over the place kicking down the door. This is your girl right here. I'm gonna show you. Let me show you. It's from where I got this information from, so y'all could go check it out. And we'll hold the video. Okay, so this is your girl right here on TikTok, Miss Lauren Collin 4, right? She posted this 2 days ago. Mind you, like I said, all of this just came out. Supposedly 2 days ago, she walking, but yet she had to be delivered home in an ambulance. But all of a sudden, she out walking around, but yet she canceling tours in January. And then yet we had the other guy that I showed you earlier in the video say that he was like, hey, my sources say she's still in the hospital. And then he said the New York Times also said that she's still in the hospital. But this lady, right? Who is this lady? Let me see if it tells y'all who she is. Okay, she's an entertainment journalist. Okay, celeb and true crime obsessed, right? And it was this post right here. Anytime they throw up that satanic hand symbol, okay? Anytime they throw that up, that's just letting you know what time it is. Anytime you see them throw that up. Like anytime they throw that up, That's what that's about. Like I said, look, I got your girl throwing it up. That's it. That's it right there. And and so anytime they throw up those hand symbols, watch what they say or watch what they do immediately after they throw up the hand signs. Or like while they throw up the hand signs, watch what's taking place in the midst of. So as she throws this up, and let me get a copy of this. Let me also get a copy of this because man, this stuff is crazy, man. This stuff is literally crazy. I'm gonna show y'all something too in a minute. Let me give you what I was gonna do in the first time. Let's do this. Let's see. We'll put this here and give me 1 second because I'm working on something. All right, and then let me open this, and I want to show y'all something side by side real quick, okay? Because this is the same thing with Damar Hamlin. This is the same thing with Jamie Foxx. Like, folks, y'all have to understand, a clone is going to look like the person. There will be similarities. Okay, there will be similarities. However, it's not going to be the same thing. So let me see if I can, let me get this on the screen real quick. Take a look at this. I'll get back to old girl in a second. So notice this is Madonna, and this is the quote unquote clone, right? Or this is actually her walking around. Okay, and I want to show you something. I'm gonna show y'all something in a second, and you're gonna see it's like two different people. Just give me a second. This is what they want you to believe. They always do this. They always put somebody out in public so that you can think that, oh, they're okay, they're fine. I seen them out in public, they're good. What's up, Rise Above Anything? And a lot of times, they don't even necessarily. So what they used to do back in the day, they used to usually have their actual like stunt doubles come out. But now they don't even need a stunt double. They just flat out clone you. Let's see. Give me 1 second here. I'm trying to pull up something and see if. Let me see if I can find something here real quick. I'm looking for something in particular, and I don't know if I'm going to find it. I don't want to spend a lot of time because I have some other things I want to get into regarding Madonna. I mean, but again, this is just ironic that we're hearing this and seeing this, and it's the same thing with, oh, you know what? I know what to do. It's the same thing kind of like with Jamie Foxx. Same thing they did with Damar Hamlin. Y'all remember I told y'all with Damar Hamlin, we seen him first and then we didn't hear anything. Y'all notice that? We saw him out and about and we didn't hear anything. Okay, so yeah, let me show you. I'm gonna show you when it was all over. Let me put this on the screen real quick. Side note. Yeah, Rise Above. See, you know what time it is. This is what they're doing. They're all telling us lies. Let me show you something else here. I want y'all to see this real quick because this is when the story changed, and I saw this coming. So if you, oops, here we go. If you take a look right now on the screen, you're gonna see Madonna here with Sam Smith and Kim Petras, right? This is when everything changed. Y'all see this? Y'all see this mess going on? Y'all see this satanic mess going on? But you got people, oh, pray for Madonna. She's a godly woman. Look at all this evil stuff that they doing. See, Madonna says this was a ritual, and this is why she's no longer here, right? She says it was an honor for me to introduce Kim Petras and Sam Smith at the Grammys. And for those of you that don't know, Sam Smith is a dude that identifies, well, he airs more on the woman side, and then Kim Petras, like, they're both like trans. You see what I'm saying? Like, Sam Smith is like a transgender, essentially, dude, whatever, and Kim Petras is trans. Man, this is just crazy. I don't even, at this point, I don't even know what they are. But anyway, Madonna says it was an honor for me to introduce Kim Petras and Sam Smith at the Grammys. I want to give the last award. She already hinted she wants to give the last award. Is this the last award that you were going to give, Madonna? Are you no longer going to be in existence to give any other awards? This was back on February the 7th. I've been trying to tell y'all that I've seen this connection a long time ago. The last award. She says, which was album of the year. But I thought it was more important that I present the first trans woman performing at the Grammys. A history-making moment. And on top of that, she won a Grammy. So she passed the torch on to them, and she's no longer needed. And y'all saw this craziness in this video, right? Like, this is crazy. Like, who is that her date? Like, who is she just randomly? This is crazy, man. This is crazy, man. I'm gonna let you know right now, I'm probably the only content creator that's gonna touch on her passing the torch to Sam Smith. I'm trying to see if I can find something here. I'm gonna have to look on her social media.
Thank you to all of my fans for all of your love and support over the last few days. I don't take any of this for granted. I feel like the luckiest girl in the world, and I'm so grateful for all of your support. And I can't wait to put the show together and have a moment with each and every one of you.
She look like she about to kill over then. Yeah, see, look at what somebody says. This was back on January the 22nd. Purple.vegan.tiger says, what the, you know what, AF is wrong with her. She looks like she's high and possessed. That's because she is possessed. I don't know why these videos don't play. Let's look at this again. And it looked like she's done.
I just want to say thank you to all of my fans for all of your love and support over the last few days. I don't take any of this for granted. I feel like the luckiest girl in the world, and I'm so grateful for all of your support. And I can't wait to put the show together and have a moment with each and every one of you on the stage to celebrate.
Exactly. Rise Above Anything says, look like she's going to check out.
The last 4 decades of my journey, and I
don't know what the heck is going on, right? Why this stuff ain't playing.
Any of this for granted. Yeah. Thank you.
So again, back in January, and this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. If y'all, okay, look at the dates. Let me go back for a second. That was January, and then what date was this again? This was February. Okay. So look, this. I'm gonna mute this because this was February the 7th, right? When she's filming this with Sam Smith, right? Okay. This was February the 7th. We come back here, and this is January, right before it. And as everybody says, it looked like she's about to check out. It sounds like she's about to check out. I'm curious to see what these replies are, because a lot of people, I hate, man, Instagram is always crazy when you're trying to scroll. Look at what people saying. She's one of the Illuminati. Like, everybody's concerned. You know, is even if she wasn't about to check out, is she on drugs? Look, you can clearly tell she's on pills. Delayed speech, eyes, and the amount she's messing with her face. Come on, people. Like, is no other celebrity that knows her on here that will speak to her honestly? Like, a lot of people can see, but yet they said that she wasn't on drugs, right? Because y'all know that, quote unquote, she had to take Narcan. Right? She was found unresponsive. And you know, I got conflicting stories, speaking of which, how she was found. So let me show you something else, because I'm about to catch them in a lie. Just give me a second. This is crazy, man. This stuff is all crazy. Look at the title. Man, this makes no sense. They said that she was at home in an ambulance, right? Then they show us a fake picture or fake pictures of somebody that looked like Madonna. And they say it's Madonna, that she's walking around out in public, right? This is what they're telling us. She out going for a walk, right? But I'm about to show y'all how they have an article here that's saying Madonna was too sick to get out of bed since her hospital release. So somebody please tell the truth and tell us what's going on. Okay, like, what is truly going on? Let's take a look at this real quick. Let me put this on the screen. This is from page 6. This information matches with other websites as well. Okay, just want to make sure y'all can see this. Okay, and then they just want to say it's a bacterial infection, but y'all saw how she was looking back in January, right? Why did this stupid stuff always wants to like pop up when I try to scroll? Okay, so it says Madonna was allegedly revived with Narcan before being admitted to ICU, right? And y'all know Narcan is the drug or the medication that's administered to someone who, quote unquote, probably had a drug overdose or something to that extent, right? Okay, and it reads here, because I don't know all these other stuff. This stuff be popping up, and I don't even know what all this crap is. It just be videos and all types of stuff playing. So let me get this a little bit bigger so you should be able to see it. It says Madonna was allegedly revived with Narcan before she was admitted to the ICU last month. All right. According to a new report from Radar Online, when the Material Girl singer 64 was found unresponsive at her home on June 24, those who reportedly found her lifeless body. Okay, I want y'all to pay attention to the narrative. They're saying they found her lifeless body at her house, right? They found her unresponsive at her home, right? But I'm going to show you how TMZ has a whole nother narrative and how they're lying to us, right? They said she was found unresponsive at her home. I want y'all to remember what I'm saying, and I want you to pay attention to what I have highlighted on the screen, right? They found her lifeless body, and they allegedly administered an injection of Narcan, right? I'm going to read this part, but I want to show you how this is another lie that's being exposed. It says the medicine is most commonly used to rapidly reverse a narcotic overdose in an emergency situation. However, the outlet alleges that Narcan was used to combat septic shock, not drug use. Okay? What in the world is going on with Madonna? This sounds like this is a potential hit. Okay, this could have been a potential hit, a potential sacrifice here, because they found her unresponsive. And there were a ton of celebrities over the last couple of months that I just didn't have time to cover because it was so many of them that were found unresponsive in their home. Okay, now it says there's no evidence to suggest this pop star. Wait, what happened to it? I don't know. I guess the pop star was using drugs. But anyway, it says it's previously reported Madonna was found unresponsive in her home last month and was rushed to a New York City hospital. This is what they say, right? This is what was reported. She was found in her home unresponsive and rushed to a New York City hospital, right? And she was intubated at least for one night. Okay. I want y'all to pay attention to this. Now, her longtime manager shared on Instagram that his client had developed a serious bacterial infection, which led to a several days stay in the ICU. Okay? They said she was found at the home, but watch this particular video. I want to show y'all something because somebody's not telling the truth. Y'all saw this. They said she was found, and let me leave this highlighted while I get ready to pull up the video, because this is what was reported everywhere. I'm gonna leave that highlighted in yellow so y'all can see that while y'all looking at Madonna. Okay? Let that marinate. Let that soak in. I'm gonna show y'all a video in a second, because none of this stuff is I'm telling you, man, all this stuff is just crazy. Let me see. I'm looking for something in particular, so give me 1 second, all right? Just bear with me because I'm trying to find something in particular. But I'm going to tell you, I want to show you this one thing, and you're going to see how it's just straight up lies, man. It's lies, it's lies, it's lies. The whole situation, them showing somebody in New York City, it's a lie. This is what they're doing. Because I'm going to tell you how easy this is. If Madonna's apparently doing well enough to walk around, how come she can't make an Instagram post or a Twitter post, or I guess more so Instagram because it's got the video. But how come she can't make an Instagram or social media post of her actually being like us speaking to her and seeing from her? And this is why you don't ever actually get to talk to them. Or if they're spotted out in the wild, you don't actually really get to hear from them and see them. This is what's crazy. Okay, I found the, let me pull up this video. This stuff is crazy, man. This is absolutely insane. And they think that, I mean, I hate to say it, but most people do believe the narrative. Okay, so watch this. Y'all see what it says on the screen, right? It says, as previously reported, right? As previously reported, right? Madonna was found unresponsive in her home. So if she was found unresponsive in her home, then why is TMZ reporting this? Let's go.
Madonna, she was in the ICU for a bacterial infection. It happened over the weekend, and it forced her to actually postpone her upcoming world tour.
We were told that she actually had a fever for a month. She never told anybody about it. She never got checked out. She didn't want to mention it because she was afraid that they would have to delay things. She collapsed, and that's when they found her unresponsive. Doctors don't really know what the bacterial infection is exactly and what it will affect, but
now, I want you to pay attention. Did you hear what she said? She said that she collapsed and then they found her unresponsive. How would you know that she collapsed? If you find somebody unresponsive, okay, peep game. They just found her unresponsive, right? Let me go up and even see if they found her unresponsive in her home. They found, look what it says. They found her lifeless body. They didn't see her collapse. So what is the truth? The narrative is that they found her body lifeless. How did you see her collapse? If you saw her collapse, that means you didn't find a person lifeless. You found them alive and responsive, and then they went into an unresponsive state. So why is TMZ up here saying that they found her and watched her collapse? Y'all notice that?
We were told that she actually had a fever for a month. She never told anybody about it. She never got checked out. She didn't want to mention it because she was afraid that they would have to delay things. She collapsed, and that's when they found her unresponsive. She was afraid that they would have to delay things. She collapsed, and that's when they found her unresponsive.
It's crazy. It's crazy, man. This is crazy. See how they messing with my
She collapsed, and that's when they found her unresponsive. She collapsed, and that's when they found her unresponsive. Collapsed, and that's when they found her unresponsive. Doctors don't really know what the bacterial infection is exactly and what it will affect.
Okay, listen to this information. How can you treat an infection? Listen to the narrative, y'all. Y'all got to understand and read in between the lines, right? Y'all got to understand and read in between the lines, right? The narrative is that Madonna was found already on the ground or whatever unresponsive. And then allegedly they had to administer Narcan because they found her unresponsive in her home. Yet TMZ is saying that they found her and saw her or whatever, and then she collapsed. And then they, quote unquote, rushed her to the hospital. Then the narrative is out here saying that Madonna is being treated and that she's doing well and that she's on the road to recovery and et cetera, et cetera. She's back home and doing great. Yet we just heard here with TMZ say that the doctors don't even know what type of bacterial infection that she has. You're hearing this breakdown first here. Like, I know other people are going to cover this story and their YouTube channels aren't shadow banned. So they're going to get 100,000 million views, right? They're going to post their videos. They're going to go live and they're going to get thousands and thousands of views, right? And that's why I tell it's up to y'all to share and like and do all you can, because for some reason, you know, my channel's just been under just straight hardcore oppression. That's called YouTube shadow banning. And other platforms do it too. But the point is, why are they reporting this when the narrative is saying, oh, she's good and they know what's up? I'm gonna play it one more time with the doctor's part.
Doctors don't really know what the bacterial infection is exactly and what and that's when they found her unresponsive. Doctors don't really know what the bacterial infection is. Her unresponsive. Doctors don't really know what the bacterial infection is. Doctors don't really know what the bacterial infection is. Doctors don't really know what the bacterial infection is exactly and what it will affect,
and they don't even know what it's going to affect. So how could you treat something and release a patient out of the hospital if you don't know what it is and you don't know what it's going to affect? Somebody make it make sense. I mean, I'm sure all of you here that are watching and listening to this live show understands that medically speaking, There is no way a hospital is going to release a patient, especially a patient of Madonna's caliber, like somebody on her level, a superstar slash icon slash you name it, right? Someone very important, quote unquote, in society, right? There ain't no way they would release a patient if they have no idea what it is and what's causing it. Yet they're telling you she's at home, and then I showed you how the other gentleman said that according to his sources, she's still in the hospital. Just in case you missed that video and you're not here, I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. This is crazy, man. This is literally crazy.
A full recovery is expected.
CNN are reporting that she's home. My sources are telling me she's still in the hospital. That she's home. My sources are telling me she's still in the hospital. That she's home. My sources are telling me she's still in the hospital. CNN are reporting that she's home. My sources are telling me she's still in the hospital. The New York Post is saying she's still in the hospital.
So you heard him. His sources say she's still in the hospital, and the New York Post said she's still in the hospital. But they want you to believe that she's out so that they can push this clone narrative. And then he's like, oh, she's out. She's at home. I saw her walking around. But yet there's no paparazzi following Madonna, a celebrity of her character. If they made any moves, people will be on her like white on rice. It's crazy, man. This is crazy. I mean, just in case you missed it.
She's still in the hospital.
Recovery is expected.
CNN are reporting that she's home. My sources are telling me she's still in the hospital. The New York Post is saying she's still in the hospital. But what we do know is on Saturday, Madonna was found unresponsive.
Okay, so notice what he says. The only thing we do know for sure is that she was found unresponsive. And check this out. If TMZ is saying the doctors don't know what it is, how could her health be improving? Do you understand? How could someone's health be improving if doctors don't know what type of infection it is and what areas of her body have been impacted? How could she be improving? And if she was truly improving, then why are they postponing tours that are even as late as January? You're talking about 6 months out. What kind of serious bacterial infection is this? I'm going to tell you what's happening. Madonna's gone, just like Jamie Foxx is gone. And they have been clones, and they are programming the clones, and they're going to get the clone to go out there and do some performances and rake in the money. And this is why you heard on the social media, because remember, none of this was said from Madonna's mouth, right? Okay, when we go back to Madonna's Instagram, let me put this on the screen. And I got to remind y'all of this real quick, okay? I'm going to come back to the video, but I got to remind you of this. When we go to Madonna's Instagram, right? The post that everybody's going by. Where is it? Went too far. Hold on. This post right here, where everything is talking about, where you see this and you see this picture of Madonna, right? And mind you, this is what Madonna's supposed to look like. Anyway, you see this post right here, and it's all this text about thank you for your positive energy, but you did not hear Madonna say this out of her own mouth. Yet she's well enough to walk around, but she's not well enough to make a video. She's not well enough for somebody to speak to her on camera at the very least. And that's because Madonna is not well. Madonna's done. That's what happens when you're in the industry and you do these satanic deals. When your usefulness is done, the devil discards you. And so what happens is these people do a lot of sick satanic things. I showed you some of the nasty stuff that was going on here, just right here in this one particular video. Where was this video right here? The sick and nasty stuff they doing. Like, who are these people? I mean, that looks like Cardi B there. And that's Sam Smith. But like, look at all this stuff. Just random people and just sick, man. And then look at her acting like she gagging on the cucumber. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Just all this stuff just wild, and this dude, whoever or whatever, just behind throwing up all these gang signs and satanic sick mess, right? This is what I'm talking about. When your usefulness is done, those demons will jump up out of your body, right? And when they leave your body, all the sicknesses and the infections that the demon was quote unquote preserving just because of a demonic entity, and entities be jumping in and out of your body to keep you walking, right? Your body becomes decayed and worn down. You know, the wages of sin is death. That's what the Bible says. That's what scripture says. The wages of sin are death. So when you're doing this, it's killing people's bodies. It's breaking your bodies down. And so their bodies got broken down. And this is what's happening. So Madonna is like done. And they're just telling us a narrative because they don't think people know what time it is, and they don't think people know what's what. And that's why when we come over to this particular post, people wonder what in the world is going on. It looked like she was about to kick the bucket here.
I just want to
sound
say
like it.
Thank you to all of my fans for all of your love and support over the last few days. I don't take any of this for granted. I feel like the luckiest girl in the world, and I'm so grateful for all of your support.
Man, this is crazy. But they be wearing all these crosses, these Jesus pieces and all this stuff, right? Ain't this ironic? They be wearing all these Jesus pieces, but they don't be following Jesus. Ain't that ironic? Wear all these Jesus pieces, but don't be actually repping the Most High. Yeah, Madonna is gone, y'all. Madonna is gone. Jamie Foxx is gone. All these folks are gone. And I'm gonna have to do, I showed y'all on my YouTube channel, there's a video here that y'all can watch. It's called Clones. Matter of fact, watch this. You know, everything being crazy right now. So I don't know if stuff gonna pull up or work right or load. Okay, I got proof. I'm the only content creator that's actually showing y'all proof on how they can actually clone people, right? Other content creators talk about cloning, but they haven't shown you how this process actually works. And you wonder why I'm shadow banned and they not. I'm not saying they don't know how this process works, but they ain't showing it to you. They not putting their channel at risk to show you. Oh, they ain't gonna do that. They ain't gonna do that. It just don't make no sense. It just don't make any sense. I can't even get the video to load. I don't know what's going on. Everything looks fine on my end. Nothing's buffering. I don't have any issues. I just can't even get stuff to load. And you see my channel has over 3.58 million views, right? So it's not like my channel is not out there, or like I don't know what I'm doing, or like I'm not able to create stuff. And I got way more videos. I just have a lot of videos that are no longer visible. I've got over 1,000, 23 videos. Okay, but 200 and y'all know what I'm trying to say. I can't even do the math right now. Look, the thing is just sitting up here loading. I can't even get it to play, so I'm not even gonna bother because it's probably not gonna play right. But y'all can go here to my channel and y'all can click on the live tab and you can look right here. Oops, clones. And you can see Elon Musk right here in the beginning talking about it. Celebrity clones are real. I provided proof. Check that out and it will tell you how easy it is to clone these celebrities. It literally shows you the process. Okay? You got a lot of videos, but YouTube ain't pushing them. YouTube don't want my channel. They don't want me on this platform. But the point is, Madonna is done. I've showed y'all so many lies and inconsistencies. She's out here, they always make you think it's just celebrities wearing sunglasses. Like, where's that video at? It wasn't even sunny that day. Where's the, let me pull up that video. Where's that video at? Here we go.
Guess who we saw out and about today looking great?
Okay, mind you, it's a sunny day, right? I mean, it's not a sunny, like it's a pretty, like, she got a hat on already, right? So you can't see that the hair is actually her. This is what they do. They'll put on a hat and and first of all, let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to y'all. Matter of fact, let me put the music on pause. Why on earth would a celebrity of Madonna's stature be seen out in public like this in New York City? As treacherous as things can be in New York City, as much stuff that pop off at any moment. The city that never sleeps. And you mean to tell me Madonna's just standing out here without security? Somebody make it make sense. You mean to tell me this is Madonna spotted out here with no security? Let's go, let me go back to the like this is kind of the best picture. So you mean to tell me Madonna standing out here with no security? And I want to say this, if this is in fact this reporter, you know what I'm saying, if this is Miss Lauren Conlon actually taking this photo, right? Because she's the one that produced this photo, and then everyone else is going to say, hey, we got the photo by, reporter Lauren Conlon, right? If she's this close to Madonna, then why isn't she up there talking to Madonna? Why is she she's literally like 2 or 3 steps away from Madonna. So when you think, hi, Madonna, how you doing? When you think she would go up to her and have a couple of words? Don't you think that somebody would walk up to her, this so-called reporter, right, would go up to her and actually have something to say? Ain't this crazy? You are a reporter, but you not that close enough to speak to her, and it's Madonna and she has no security in New York City? This is the type of BS that they want y'all to believe, man. That ain't Madonna. That's simply a clone. Somebody they can care less. And when they clone you, they make multiple clones. It's not just one clone. They make multiple clones. Yeah, Tanya's right. She said the military destroyed a few cloning labs. They've been doing this. Again, why have we, if this reporter, this journalist can get this close to Madonna and get this footage, how come she couldn't get the interview? She could have said something. This is the same thing with Jamie Foxx. How come they couldn't get Jamie Foxx to actually stop and speak other than, yeah, celebrating a birthday? That sounds like some low vibe Neanderthal, just stupid stuff for anybody to say, like, I'm just a caveman. Yeah, it's a birthday. Like, that's something easy to be programmed to say. Like I said, why don't y'all ask Jamie Foxx to go sing the tune? Why don't you go ask Jamie Foxx to crack a joke? Why don't you talk to Jamie Foxx? Like, hey, baby, let me just act like Ray Charles real quick, baby. Let me just get a little bit of this right here, baby. Like, just let me do what I do. I'm out on the road. My Princess B, I'm out on the road. Just let me do what I do and just leave me alone. I mean, even I could do a Jamie Foxx impersonation right now, and I ain't even Jamie Foxx, and I'm not even a clone. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So if I could do it, don't you think that the industry got access to people and other stuff that, come on, my precious big baby, just I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. If I could sit up there and do an impromptu Jamie Foxx impersonation while trying not to laugh while I'm on this live stream, they can't even do that, man. They can't even give us that. Yeah. They think we're stupid. Fire. Fire. Donald Trump, fire. You're fired. They really think that we're dumb. I'm letting y'all know right now, that ain't Jamie Foxx. That ain't Madonna. That's not Damar Hamlin with the Buffalo Bills. Have y'all noticed that ever since he, quote unquote, all of a sudden made this miraculous recovery, right? ever since he quote unquote make this miraculous recovery, that you ain't heard nothing about Damar Hamlin. You ain't heard no interviews. All of a sudden, he just doing all this charity work and all this stuff, and everyone has just been quiet and no one's saying anything. You know, and they had time to program the clone. This is why they always be in the hospital. It's the perfect cover-up. We, the general public, think the patient's in the hospital, and due to HIPAA laws and privacy and all this stuff, we don't know what's going on. They're not telling us what's going on, and it gives them the perfect cover-up. As a matter of fact, that's a better way now. This is one of the reasons why you're seeing all these celebrities, if they don't just completely knock them off, they're gone, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all sure enough forgot about Miss Coco Lee. I got to cover her. And if anybody covers her right now before I do, it's because they listen to my channel. Because ain't nobody, no other content creator been thinking about covering her story but me. And I've been thinking about this for a long time. I just haven't had time. Y'all remember Miss Coco Lee? She passed away. Singer and actress. She gone. Right? At 48. She committed the S word that rhymes with ride. She's gone. Right? I got to cover this story. So I'm letting you know right now, if any other content creator beats me to covering the story about Coco Lee, it's because they watch my content. Because if they haven't covered the story about Coco Lee and it's been a moment, the only reason why they cover the story about Coco Lee is because either they watch my content or somebody that's here on my channel going running to their channel, telling them or hitting them up on their social media or emailing them messages, hey, Jane Doe, John Doe, Jane Doe, can you do a story on Coco Lee? So if all of a sudden somebody covers the story about Miss Coco Lee before I do, because I'm going to get to it this week. But if somebody beats me to the punch within either hours or the next day or two, it's because they watch my channel. And if they do it, at the very least, they can at least give me a shout out and the respect of letting them be aware of the situation and bringing it to their attention, right? I'm telling you, it's a whole bunch of people being knocked off. Let me see if I can play the video real quick. I don't even know if it's gonna play.
So I just got my HelloFresh delivery.
Oh, I gotta wait till these stupid ads, man. These ads, man. They I just want to play this for those of you that don't know who Coco Lee is. She's very big in the Asian community, right? I don't know what the heck is going on, man. Let me see if I can get... I'm trying to wait till the ad is up to go ahead and play the audio. Okay, let's see if we can...
Free. Coco Lee's music career began when she entered a song contest to try and pay for repairs to her mother's car. She would ultimately become famous the world over. Family, though, says on Sunday that she died hospitalized after attempting to take her own life. Passed away on Wednesday. She was 48 years old. Lee's music interrupted Asian and then global audiences, mixing R&B and hip-hop with her light and airy voice. She won an Oscar nomination for A Love Before Time in the movie Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. She's in a powerful mood with her ballad Reflection for the movie Mulan.
Y'all ignore that, y'all.
According to her family, she had suffered from depression for years. It was a long battle. They also say her rays of light will last forever.
So, I'm just saying, so if anybody covers a story about Coco Lee, as far as the main content creators that cover stories about celebrities no longer being here, if they cover the story in the next, like I said, hours or days, it's one of two things. They watch my channel, so if they do, hopefully they shout me out. And two, it's either that or two, they have someone that's here that's watching my channel go hit them up on their social media or their email or something like that and tell them, can they cover this story? And then all of a sudden, boom. Because I plan on covering the story too, because there's a lot going on that we just don't know about. But as it relates for Madonna and Jamie Foxx and Damar Hamlin. I'm telling you, every last one of these three individuals, and there's more out there. It's like an infomercial. But wait, there's more. Every last one of them are clones. Madonna has been cloned, and what they're doing is they're trying to perfect the clone. That's why they can say, we're positive she's going to make a full recovery. It's crazy how they say that. These people have these life-threatening, sicknesses and illnesses, but then they say they're going to make a full recovery.
Put the show
Madonna
together
and this is back in January, y'all.
Each and
this is crazy. And for some reason, don't nothing going to play right now
on the stage to celebrate the last 4 decades.
This is crazy, man. This is absolutely crazy. It's just crazy, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
Y'all got to understand this AI technology is real. This cloning technology is real. I've been telling y'all, I have it in the description box of my channel. It's literally a training course showing you how to do this. They're replacing our jobs. They're replacing everything with this. Okay? And this is back in January. This is how Madonna's looking. But yet they saying she's not using drugs. And that. They all use drugs in the industry. This is what they do. They do this at these parties. They do all this crazy. That's why they just be out there. It's just a no holds barred life. Madonna's been cloned. She's gone. They're taking the time right now to program the clone or clones. And once they get the clone or clones perfected, then that's when all of a sudden they're going to, quote unquote, make a full recovery. But to quail the public because they know people like me are on the job and they got to say something and do something. So they got to come up with these fake scenarios. Crisis actors, they've been doing this with a lot of situations, a lot of traumatic situations that happen. They've been doing this stuff. This is not new. I've been talking about this since the 90s, y'all. I just came up on social media in 2018 with this particular channel. At least I've been talking about stuff before, but I've been on this channel since 2018, so it look like I'm somebody new in the game. But I've been doing this for a long time. I've been doing this longer than pretty much every content creator before folks thought about coming on YouTube to create content. Like back in the MySpace days and stuff like that, before we even had Facebook and all this stuff. Like before YouTube was even a viable platform to use. I've been talking about this stuff. I just didn't put it out. I'm just putting it out now. But I've been knowing about it. This is what they've been doing for a long time. And I'm just letting you know right now, as more and more evidence comes forth, just like with Jamie Foxx, we still don't know what happened with Jamie Foxx. We still, to this day, don't know what happened with Jamie Foxx and has not heard from him yet. And what they try to do is stall and buy time so that they can release Back in Action that he was filming, or they clone Tyrone or whatever else. And then that's what we'll see. I don't know what's up with these shows. You know what I'm saying? Made no mention with these shows. All of a sudden, the show's been canceled. Corinne Fox been quiet. You see what happens? All these people quiet. Madonna's family's quiet. Why is everybody so quiet? You can't hear nothing from Madonna's family. No friends. You heard something from Rosie O'Donnell. But I mean, how credible can that be? I'm just saying, how credible can her one celebrity source like that be? This is what they're doing. They've been doing this for years, and like I said, it's satanic. There's nothing godly about this, and it trips me out how people is like, pray for them, pray for these people, and these people have chose a life of Satanism. And then you got people are praying for a bunch of demons and demonic evil folk. But they won't even pray for you, and they know you ain't evil or demonic. Ain't that ironic? These same people that's praying for all these celebrities wouldn't give you the time of day when it comes to prayer. That's the hypocrisy out here. And that's why all these prayers don't be working. Because these people have already made rituals and deals and things have been decided and this is what they want and they're not trying to change it. I'm not saying you can't pray for nobody. But the point that I'm making is when you know these people are wicked and this is what they chose. And yes, The Bible does say to pray for your enemies. So you can pray for all types of people. But what I'm saying is people be praying selfish prayers. It's one thing to pray for these celebrities and pray that God's will be done, whatever that is. Whether I like it, whether you like it, whether I don't like it, whether you don't like it, that's one thing. But the way that these people be praying, they be having selfish prayers. I want to heal this person, let them come back, keep them around. How do you know it ain't their time? And this is what a lot of people do in the church. They do this in your life, in my life, in everybody's lives. They be praying, trying to prevent stuff, but how do you know this is not the will of God for that particular person? And then you try to play God thinking that you know what time it is. It's crazy, man. But in any case, this is what I got to say with Madonna. I'll cover her updates, but I told you first. She passed the torch to Sam Smith and Kim Petras. And this is why we had the whole Target stuff. And you saw this paraphernalia with the LGBTQI, etc. stuff out in the community because it's an agenda that they're working on right now. Madonna talked about the last award, and I showed you all this stuff, and I've been telling you that. As soon as she passed that torch, her usefulness was done. Her usefulness is done. She is no longer needed. And this is why you, quote unquote, having a story. But somebody of her caliber, they got to break it down a certain way because they'll, too many people will wonder what's going on. So they got to play this story. Oh, she got sick. All of a sudden, all these people are just getting sick. All of a sudden, they just have, let me explain something to you. I'm not saying this is not humanly possible. Anything is humanly possible. But don't you find it ironic that all these celebrities all of a sudden are just getting ridiculously sick? They all having serious health conditions. And as it relates to Jamie Foxx, he was in pristine health. Madonna is done. She is 64. 6 + 4 is 10. She is done. That's a completion. Madonna is done. And they're trying to do a reset with a clone. Because if you add the 6 and the 4, it adds up to 10. You drop the 0, you're left with a 1. The 1 is going to be the clone that's left, not her. She's done. Her time is up. And this is what's happening in the industry. So, this is what I got to say about Madonna. I'll cover any update with Madonna, Jamie Foxx. I didn't bother to cover, like I said, the whole little baby Drake hugging and intimacy, because I already covered that with Drake painting his nails. And I showed y'all that. And I've been talking about this stuff for a while. Matter of fact, I talked about this before. A lot of other people was talking about it. Take a look at this. Okay? You look on the screen right here, you can see Drake's not the only one. Drake painted nails. I did this over a month ago. I be talking about all of these stories. I be talking about all these stories. Look, even Elon Musk says transgender care for minors is pure evil. I be breaking this down. But do you think these videos are going to get views? Nope. Nope. YouTube is not going to suggest this. Even when nobody else is talking about it. It's a whole bunch of stuff. I've been talking about a whole bunch of stuff. Look, I've been talking about all this stuff with Damar Hamlin. I've been talking about a whole bunch of stuff. And see how it says these rappers defend Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors with this photo shoot? But then you come up here and you see right here Drake painting his nails. Snoop Dogg, all of them. Johnny Depp ain't even a rapper. See the connection? See how even my content connects? You can watch all my content and it runs together. I'm just saying. I've been talking about all this stuff. I've been talking about a whole lot of stuff. But it just don't get no shine because I'm shadow banned. And honestly, I don't know what video or which videos. I don't know why this is even duplicated here. I have no idea. But anyway, I don't know what video or which videos are even keeping my channel. Look, here we go. Look at Tyrese. Tyrese hugging Vin Diesel from behind. I showed all this stuff. This was 4 months ago. I've been talking about how these dudes been doing this, but all of a sudden, because y'all see Lil Baby and y'all see Drake, and now y'all thinking it's something new. And I've been telling y'all, this is the rituals they do. This is why people like Lil Nas X just go ahead and come out with it. Because they like, what's the point of me hiding this stuff when this is what goes on in the industry anyway? Been covering this stuff for a long time, man. Still don't know. Look, Ricky Smiley. We still don't know what happened to Brandon Smiley. Still ain't no autopsy report with Brandon Smiley. Can somebody explain that? Where's the autopsy report with Brandon Smiley? Huh? All we know is, oh, it's just alleged. Stuff is crazy, man. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, this was out in January. Look at this. This has got Madonna with knives or swords or whatever, daggers, all in her heart. Madonna was done. Look, also in January. Madonna is done. And then look, talking about she's mocking Holy Mary. You see this? Which is, she is mocking Catholicism because she's a satanic witch. But y'all people praying for her. Y'all praying for a satanic witch. You ain't gonna pray for nobody in the chat. Nobody else, but y'all want to be praying for a satanic witch who's doing mockery on all things biblical and godly. And then she got a nerve to post a cross here. As if what she's doing is holy. Yeah, according to the Luciferian doctrine, is holy, but it's satanic. She got the same outfit or very similar outfit of Mother Mary. But nonetheless, this symbolism of these daggers in her heart means she's done. She is done. They were putting it out in front of us back in January, but nobody caught this, right? Don't nobody pay attention. They think this is just artwork. Oh, this is just talent. This is just expression. No, they give you the clues right here in front of you. Y'all can go right here to Madonna's social media. That's why they're talking about the celebration tour. We're going to celebrate her life because she's no longer going to be in existence. 4 decades. I told you about the number 4, but y'all didn't believe me at the Unholy concert when I showed you her pictures in the background and how her standing in that circle was like representing that 4th decade. But y'all thinking I'm making this stuff up. Y'all think I don't know what I'm talking about, but it's right here. 4 decades. Telling you, man. Crazy, man. High-ranking witches. This is what the modern-day witch looks like. I'm going to answer this question. I'm about to get out of here because I got appointments and stuff like this. Yeah, that's what's up. Tanya C says, I don't pray for celebrities at all. The only way you need to pray for a celebrity is that God's will be done in their life or their lives. Because the Bible does say, pray for your enemies. So, you know, you can pray for people, but you need to pray that God's will be done. And a lot of people praying all this stuff like they family members. Now, I want to answer this one question. Jackie says, do you think Beyonce is satanic? Yes. Absolutely. 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 As a matter of fact, Beyonce tried to summon me spiritually on more than one occasion. Oh yeah, y'all don't know about that. She tried to summon me spiritually on more than one occasion because I'm spiritually gifted, right? I told y'all this is what I do with my life coaching sessions. I see things and I know what's going on. I would be considered a prophet, right? That's what the church would call it. How you think Beyonce is that high up in the industry? You cannot get that high up in the industry without being satanic. It's impossible. You can't even barely get in the industry without being satanic, let alone be that high up. Her, Jay-Z, all of them. They be doing the rituals. Jay-Z been seen kissing dudes and stuff. This is what they do. They all do that. The girl action, all this stuff is evil. But yet you always see crosses and stuff. They quick to show you crosses and deception. Like, look at this picture right here, or this dress with Madonna. She got a cross on like she's some holy woman or something. Look, she didn't even look like a witch. Y'all thinking this is just artwork. All this stuff just looks satanic. Look, see, this person knows right here. She says, Madonna says, there is no greater power than the power of goodbye. You're mocking God. It's the power of God, right? Look, she's been mocking God her entire year, like her entire career. Look at this. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Madonna has this up on here talking about she's wearing a cross, but then she's blaspheming God, right? Talking about there is no greater power, ... than the power of goodbye. It's supposed to be there's no greater power than the power of God. So I'm telling you, all these people, she's getting her just due right now. All this stuff is evil and satanic. I'm just trying to let y'all know that's what time it is. The industry is not going to push, or YouTube, who's connected to the industry, is not going to push my videos because I break it down in a way and I present stuff in a way and I show footage that other content creators are just scared to show. They scared that they're going to get shadow banned. They ain't going to take the risk that I take. They will not show you the footage to the extent that I do. And as a matter of fact, as of late, because I've been saying this, and y'all know I've been saying this, you can go back and watch my videos. The receipts are here. I've been calling other content creators out. A lot of content creators in the truth. And I told you, this is what I do. I hold people to a higher standard. So I've been making a lot of other content creators have to step their game up. They've been putting out more content. They've been trying to show more content, more footage, etc., etc., etc. Because that's what I do. I'm the type of person that encourages people. That's why you think I'm a life coach. I'm supposed to make everybody better. So some of the other content creators that y'all listening to are being better and becoming better because of the Most High working through me. So I've made a lot of other content creators step their game up, step up what they talk about, step up the level of risk and the things that they show and expose for the greater good, because that's what I do. Somebody got to do it, right? Somebody got to do it. But this is what I'm trying to show you. These people are worshiping the devil. Madonna is a high-ranking satanic witch. And this is why you see her doing all this satanic, demonic stuff. Like, that's why you see her doing all this sick, random stuff in this particular video here. All this sick stuff. That's why they don't care about all this. Like, all that. I'm thinking they just kissing and having orgies and all this stuff. Crazy. Look, this is a pen of, you know what? Yeah, like, this is crazy, man. This stuff is crazy. This crazy. This is all I gotta say. Madonna's been cloned. Jamie Foxx has been cloned. Beyonce's satanic. All these folks in the industry is satanic. Jamie Foxx is satanic because he's in the industry and he's deep in the industry. All these folks. Don't think that just because you like somebody that they ain't satanic. This is the prerequisite to be in the industry. The first thing they're going to get you to do is blaspheme God. This is why you got Keke Palmer running around with her ass hanging out. getting with Usher. All these folks are evil. Yeah, it is rise above anything. Says all that kissing is satanic, but this is what they do. You got all these people like that's why Keke Palmer had no problem getting it on with Usher. You know she got to be getting on with Usher. You know Usher hit. You know Usher tagged that rear end because she sit up there singing Usher's song as a clapback to her I guess her ex-boyfriend now ex-babe, well still her baby daddy, but Darius Jackson. This is crazy, man. I'm telling you. And Madonna is now showing the age. She's showing the signs. After so long, they can only hide this for so long. And then when the demons step off and leave you, you start looking crazy. Your body breaks down, and that's all she wrote. It's crazy, man. You know, F-bombs here, and y'all letting a bunch of devils influence you in your culture. Letting a bunch of demons influence y'all and y'all culture and how you dress, because that's the job of the devil, to make the whole world satanic and demonic. And this is why they don't want people like myself to get exposure. This is why they'll shadow ban me, because they know I'm speaking too much truth about it. And I've been speaking the truth about it. Yeah, she is a succubus. Stuff is crazy. Look, Oscar night with JR the Game. 17 weeks ago. This is crazy, man. But this your girl Madonna. Look, she got F-U-C-K right there on her top. But she got the crosses in her ear. Ain't that some dang hypocrisy? She got crosses on her ear, but she got the word F-U-C-K right there on her chest. Somebody don't tell me that ain't no hypocrisy. And this is what they do. They wear Jesus pieces. They talk about wearing Jesus pieces, making you think that they godly. They'll pull a DC Young Fly. Oh yeah, all of a sudden DC Young Fly got religious since his baby mama, Miss Jackie O, ain't here, since he sacrificed her. Why was he so religious while she was still alive? She'd probably still be alive. So Jackie asked me, will you ever have call-ins? Jackie, I always offer the opportunity to call in on all of my shows. And I used to say this every single time. I'm the only content creator. Everyone, listen up. I'm the only content creator that y'all just talking to me in the chat. I've told you this many, many times in past videos, and I just get tired of repeating myself. I want you all to be reminded that on every single video and live stream that I do, you all can come up on camera, as well as I can just have your voice on the show. So I want y'all to utilize that. If you hear the live chat and you got something to say, you literally can come up on my show. We can see your faces. Maybe you can't show your face. Fine, we can hear your voice. And I can have multiple people on the show at the same time. This is why I'm on this platform, and I'm the only content creator in this true space that's going to let you have people up on the show. Think about all the other content creators out here. They ain't going to let you come up on their show. They ain't going to let you come up on their show. They are not going to let you come up on their show. They're going to talk about their subject matter, and they're not going to have anybody share their voice or show their face on their platforms in this true space. But I will, and I always have, but it's just that no one takes me up on that offer. I don't know if people scared, they nervous, they just can't, maybe they're working, maybe they driving, etc., etc., etc. But on every single live show, anybody just put it in the live chat, you're able to come up on my show. And it's something that I offer that none of these other content creators, I know who they are. They know who I am, I know who they are, and it's facts. they may have a guest that they plan to have on, but they're not just going to bring up people from the chat to come on video on the show or to hear their voice, but I do. So keep that in mind, everybody. It's something unique that I offer that no other channel in this truth space does. Okay, and if they do, it's probably a new channel and they just try to follow suit. Let me see what this is, because I'm about to get out of here because I got a lot to do. Rise Above Anything says, this dude said on Facebook that Keke Palmer wasn't wrong. I'm like, how, bro? She had no business doing that, going on stage dressed that way, man. Because that dude is probably a op. That dude probably down with the LGBTQI, etc. community, and he's basically like a woman, whether he's on the low. I don't care how masculine he looks on the outside. He probably on the low, and he got to defend the womanhood, the sisterhood. I'm just saying. Let's see. He says, Rosabelle Anything also says, he said her boyfriend is insecure. Yeah, he's on that toxic femininity tip. What's up, Queen Shay? Queen Shay says, yes, some do. Can you tell me who? I would like to know who, because as far as content creators in this truth space, I'm not just talking about content creators in general. There are many other content creators that have other type of genres and they talk about other things. But I'm talking about content creators that talk about the Bible. They talk about the Most High. They talk about specifically this truth and exposing what's truly going on with stories and narratives. I don't see any of them. I mean, it might be some out there, but I don't see like the big ones bringing on their guests, like bringing on people in the live chat, not just having guests on the show. I want to know, like, if you know of the names, can you share with us? Because I would like to see, because most of the big ones out there, most of the main ones that you all also listen to, because I see y'all in the other chats. I be there too. I see y'all in the chat with the other content creators. They don't bring other people on their show. They may shout people out, but they don't just have people in the chat and they say, hey, come up on here and let's talk about this particular subject matter that we're talking about. You know, it's like, so that's kind of like, that's what I was, that's what I was referring to in this particular space. I haven't seen any. And I see all these people. I don't want to be dropping a whole bunch of names because it's a bunch of names that I have to start going around talking about, promoting. I only say it when it's necessary and it's relevant. I mean, because they don't say my name, so I don't say their name, or I say my name when it's necessary. You know what I'm trying to say. The point that I'm making is I listen to a lot of other content creators. I see what's going on in the community. I'm not just a creator, but I'm also a member of the community. And they see me around and they know who I am. And I just haven't actually heard Bible, righteous, truth speaking, etc., whatever you would want to call it, content creators actually have people from the comment section jump up on a platform on there. Let me get to Rise Above Anything. He says, what I like about your content, bro, is that you actually read your comments when people say things. Yeah, I try to engage with the comments as best as I can. Now, when I'm trying to show you all a bunch of content and footage, it's not always easy to do. But I try to show you all these things and let you all know that I'm trying my best that I can to engage with you all. And that's why I allow you all to be able to come up on my show. So like, instead of, for instance, talking in the live chat, y'all could jump up on here. And again, we could hear your voices and or see your faces if you're able to show your face as well. And then we could talk about whatever it is. That's just something that I allow because I want people to feel and to understand the connectedness. Now, I understand everybody has a different way that they do their show, and nothing's wrong. It's their platform, they can do what they want, but that's what makes me different. No other content creator in this particular space will allow just somebody in the comment section to jump up on camera. They won't do that. They will not allow a random person in the chat to just jump up on camera or jump up on and you hear their voice. Now, they may refer to comments here and there, et cetera, but again, they're not going to allow these people to come up on their platforms and say what they're going to say. Now, obviously, if somebody comes on camera or we hear their voice on my platform and they say something stupid or whatever, you're liable to just get banned. We're not doing that around here, but I want people to be able to share their responses, their comments, their opinions. A lot of you all have some amazing knowledge, insight. Y'all be having a whole host of things. So I want you all to be able to participate in that particular manner as well. And I used to say that in every single show. I might have to start back saying it again. If you go back and watch like a lot of my old videos, I would say it. If anyone in the chat wants to come up on the show, let me know right now in the chat and I'll bring you right on the show. It's just something unique. And this is why I'm such a threat, and this is why they shadow ban me. What other truth content creator will allow the general public to even have a voice in their show? And I'm not just talking about in the chat. I'm literally talking about in and on their show. So that's something that YouTube fears. That type of connectedness with the people, that type of power, that type of influence. So this is like some of the reasons why my channel is shadow banned, unlike a lot of the other fellow channels in the same space, because my channel wasn't shadow banned in the past. And again, I have other YouTube channels in other genres, and those YouTube channels are not shadow banned. Just for the record, those YouTube, I get the views, I get the likes, I get the comments, I get the exposure. Everything goes by the numbers, just like how the platform goes. But on here, because I'm talking about the truth, everything's like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Let me get the chat is kind of moving. And Queen Shay, she said, I guess the follow-up or the channel, she said not those kind. Okay, she said gossip content creators. Yeah, now the gossip content creators, yeah, they will bring people on their particular show. And she says, my bad. Don't worry, Queen Shay, you good. You ain't even got to say my bad. You good. You good. Rise Above Anything also says, the way you do it is complicated, different, bro. I respect how you do things, bro. Appreciate it. Like, I like to be different. I do not copy anybody. I'm an originator. So that's why I try to bring it that way. What's this? TT Baby's talking about Ringo. Yeah, I know the homie Ringo. The homie Ringo know me. I know him. You know what I'm saying? That's the homie. I'm pretty sure most of y'all are subscribed. I've seen quite a few of you over there on his platform, Ringo TV Reactions. So yeah, I know who he is. He knows who I am. He's doing the thing. He's experienced at least a phase and some form of shadow banning temporarily, but like everything is back, right? Like he's back in action. Everything's going fine. So it's good because at least he can get the message out and at least some people can see what we're trying to talk about. I think that's a good thing. That also provides hope for me. Maybe they'll lift the banning more and more and my stuff will get seen and maybe it'll get the numbers that it's supposed to get. Because it's not even about numbers, but it's like, it's everything that I do, y'all don't understand. It's not even about when I just do live shows. It's like when I try to upload things, I try to do certain things. I get like opposition around every turn, every step of the way. YouTube be like providing stumbling blocks and opposition with every phase of what I do, even before I go live. Y'all don't even be knowing what be happening. It be crazy, man. It's absolutely insane. Jackie says she loves my interactions. Yeah, like keep this in mind, y'all. I can have a panel of people up here at the same time. So I can have multiple people up here at the same time with me. So just keep that in mind the next time I do my next show, which is going to be tomorrow. If y'all want to be on the show, y'all better make sure you get your cut right, get your outfit right, you know what I'm saying, get your makeup right, whatever you ladies you do, fellas, Y'all want to be on camera, y'all can. Just let y'all know. I'm telling you up front, okay? And y'all can be on any show that I have. And this is what's unique. And I can have multiple people on the show. So, yeah, this is prime example. Jackie says I'm not getting notifications, so I must have missed your calling invitations. Nah, what it is, Jackie, it's not that you've missed anything. It's because YouTube is not notifying you all. That's called a shadow ban. I'm gonna have to explain to y'all what a YouTube shadow ban. See, YouTube cannot kick me off of their platform because I'm not violating their terms of service. I'm playing by the rules. However, because they don't like what I'm talking about and it goes against their agenda, aka it also exposes their agenda, they are doing a shadow ban. So instead of you all that are subscribed as well as new people get recommended when I go live or when I put out video, people are supposed to come to this content. I'll even cover stories that other people ain't covering. So it's not like it's a lot of competition with the particular story. Or I'll cover it before other people even cover it, right? So it's not like it's competition. And then when I go live or I release the video or YouTube short, you all don't get the notification, which means that if my own subscribers don't get the notifications, how is anyone new going to get recommended and get suggested videos and get notified? That's called a shadow ban. That's what they're doing. They're doing it behind the scenes to make it seem like they're not doing it, but they are. And so many of you don't get my notifications. I got people that I'll talk to on the phone before I go live, right? And I'll let them know, hey, I'm about to go live, and they still don't get the notification. So you'll miss my content and not even be aware of it. I could go live for a full month, 2 months, 3 months. No traffic comes through. And then what do you think that does for the algorithms? Less people hit the like button, less people view the content, etc., etc. Then YouTube won't suggest it because it's like, well, nobody's seeing it, nobody's watching it, and then it will come off as if my content is not as good as anybody else out there. Well, my content is just as good as anybody else out there. The quality of the production, and then I deal with production issues. Everything be flawless on my end. I use the best equipment. I'm also a tech reviewer and a gamer. I gotta have the best rigs. I got the best equipment. I don't have no slouch, nothing. I spend money on this stuff. Everything I got is the top of the top. People, family members, friends, they come to us. They come to me. They come to my wife and ask us about technology because they know we be using the best of the best. So what I'm trying to say is it's not like I be slacking in that department. Yet I run into all types of issues when I run my show. Just like I be telling you, I was like, I don't know what's going on. The video ain't playing. This ain't working. And then if I get off the stream, as soon as I get done, boom. Like, even if I end the stream and then everything will it'll run right where y'all can't see it. It's crazy. Yeah, Razaba, anything says that's how we met, bro. Ringo in the chat. Yeah, that's how we met. And that's what a community is about. He says you are a threat, bro, because you speak the truth and they hate hearing it. Yeah, man, I've been tearing up these celebrities all day long. You know, I told y'all I've been contacted by these celebrities. I saved the screenshot and I told y'all and I showed it to y'all. One time I was on the live stream and I got contacted by CNBC right in the middle of the stream. They literally called me while I was in the stream. And right when I was about to answer, it disconnected. So even though, I'm going to tell you, show me another content creator that can thrive under this level of shadow banning. I'm still gonna press on. I'm still knocking down the door, even with all this resistance. Because they wanted to turn me to get off this platform. And that's what shadow banning is designed to do. It's designed to discourage a content creator to the point where they quit. And then YouTube will say, well, hey, you quit. Hey, we didn't do anything to you. You quit. It is what it is, man. I'm gonna keep rocking. Yeah, Rise. All right, so look. So you fresh, homie. That's what I'm talking about. You fresh, fam. You just got to cut today. So when I go live tomorrow, I expect you and I can have many of you on the platform. All right, y'all are welcome. I'm just letting you know, y'all can come on and there's things that y'all can show. Y'all can show footage. Y'all can share things. It's a whole lot. You literally can be a guest on the show. You'll be like a co-host. So I have that ability. I have that technology and I allow you all to do it. That's why I use what I use. I use this technology for a reason, for you all's benefits. I got a lot of different softwares that I could go live with. I got a ton, all types of softwares. But in any case, I talked about a lot of stuff enough. We've been over 2 hours. I got stuff that I need to get to and do. Yeah. See, prime example. Rise Above Anything was there. He saw it. He says, like the other day, your video was frozen. The stream just froze. I couldn't end the stream. I couldn't do anything. It literally just froze. Everything was running fine up to that last second. It just stopped. This is the type of stuff that YouTube do. They try to make my quality look bad. They try to lower the bit rate so videos be looking extra fuzzy and stuff to y'all. Like it look crystal clear on my end, but on y'all end, they'll try to mess with the bit rate so it look crazy. And then y'all thinking I'm having bit rate issues. Y'all thinking it's my equipment. All of that stuff be checked. I got Ethernet, fiber connections. I'm not on Wi-Fi. I don't be running none of this stuff. It don't be no reason why any of this stuff should be taking place, right? My equipment game is on lock. But yet, I still encounter this. That is proof of shadow banning. They just be messing with stuff behind the scenes. Anything to stop you. And y'all don't get notifications. It's crazy. Sometimes y'all get notified, other times y'all don't. Y'all probably, it makes it look like it's me not doing my job, but it's not me. And a lot of times it's not even y'all. It's the platform. That's what's up, Jackie. We'll see. She said she just refreshed her subscription again. So she's going to see if she's notified. We'll see if it works, Jackie. It's crazy. Yeah, look, Rise Above Anything says it kept glitching, bro. He didn't know what was going on. And you saw how I was still talking to y'all in the chat, right? To let you know I was here, but I couldn't do anything. I had to talk to y'all through the chat on my phone because I don't know what was going on. It just wouldn't do anything. I couldn't even end it. You would think at the very least I could at least end the stream. I couldn't even end the stream. That was the craziest thing. But y'all, it is what it is. I'm about to get out of here. I appreciate y'all so much. Like I said, you're able to come on the platform. We're going to see how it works, how it goes tomorrow. We could do it from the live chat. So when you hear, if you hear, then boom. Tanya C, yeah, she saw it too. And I left it up there just so that y'all could see as proof. And I pinned a comment to explain what was going on at that point in time. So that y'all could know. But in any case, man, this is your high-ranking satanic witch, Madonna, just like the rest of them in the industry, who blasphemes the name of God, blasphemes the cross, blasphemes anything biblical, makes a mockery of everything. And this is what's going on with this LGBTQIA, etc. community agenda. There's a lot of satanic push in it. And I'm going to show you, I got an article to show you about how one of the companies has received another layer of backlash. So I'm going to try to get that out for you all. I don't want to say it because I don't want anybody to copy me and put it out, because I have a lot of stories and I just sit back and I wait days, weeks. Sometimes I wait even a couple of months and I don't see anybody cover it. And then I'll cover it just to see if anybody else is going to cover it. It is what it is. So with that being said, I'm getting out of here. Love you all. I appreciate you all. Thank you for rocking with me through all this crazy YouTube shadow banning. You know how to support the work. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit the notification bell. Make sure all is selected. Maybe you have to unsubscribe, immediately resubscribe, and then select all. Maybe that'll work for you to get notifications. You can join the membership. You can hit the Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. All that's in the description box. You can book your life coaching appointments. We can wrap it via video chat, video recordings, phone, in person in the local ATL area. You know, that's pretty much what I got to say. Go to brainwaves.com. Check all that stuff out. It is what it is. So, on that note, I will be back tomorrow for sure. I think later on tonight, I'm going to release a YouTube short. So, be on the lookout for that too. With that being said, what's up, Josh Star? Got Josh Star in the building. See, real quick, prime example. Right when I'm about to end the stream, she says, greetings all. I didn't get a notification. So she just so happened to jump up in here. Ain't that crazy? This is what I'm talking about. All y'all like are subscribed to my channel, but y'all don't even get notified. And y'all got the notification bell here. Y'all can't tell me that ain't no YouTube shadow ban. That's an example of what a YouTube shadow ban is. It's not, oh, the content creators' content sucks and all that stuff. It's got nothing to do with that. There's people that got 100,000, a couple 100,000 subscribers. Their views got the same amount of views, and they are shadow banned. They recent content, don't nobody see it. That's the game that YouTube are playing. They don't want y'all to see. So we got to do what we got to do to make sure that it's seen. In any case, I'm getting out of here. I appreciate y'all. Even Miss John Star, who showed up at the last second. It is what it is. Miss Scorpio in the building. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what time it is. On that note, I'm getting out of here. I'll be back. Check a little bit later for a YouTube short. And I will definitely be on here tomorrow. On that note, I'm sending y'all away with love, with blessings, and with light.